Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a sweet and tangy mango pickle since it's mango season. In my pot here I have 2 cups of white vinegar, 1.5 cups of oil, 200 grams of methi pickle masala, half a cup of maizena or corn flour, 1 cup of icing sugar, just over a kilo of mangoes, green mangoes, which I have cut and then wash them, soak them in some salt water overnight, then put them in the sun to dry for a day and a half. Right? Here I've got half a teaspoon of jeera, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of crushed dhania, and a teaspoon and a half of salt, depending on your taste. For braising, I've got 2 sprigs of curry leaf. I have 6 green chilies, which have been washed and dried off nicely, 3 cinnamon sticks, half a teaspoon of methi seeds, 1 teaspoon of black peppercorns, and about 4 cloves of garlic, which I've chopped up. In my pot here, I've got 2 cups of vinegar, and here I've got a cup and a half of oil. We're going to start off with our syrup and our braising mixture. In my pot of vinegar here, I'm going to be adding in the icing sugar. Okay, and then to that I'm going to be adding in the corn flour or maizena. Give this a quick whisk so that everything nice and mixed up. And this is going to boil on the stove, not into a very thick syrup, into a syrup that will be good enough to coat the mangoes. Okay, just give this a whisk, and I'm going to put this on the stove now. I've got it on the stove now. I'm just giving it a small whisk. You're going to have to put this on a low flame because with maizena it tends to thicken the vinegar very quickly. Okay, so we're going to go back to our mangoes now and prepare that while this is going to come to a small boil. While our syrup is cooking, we're going to be adding in our pickle masala. This is going to marinate while we're waiting for the syrup and the braised mixture to cool down. Give it a mix. It doesn't look like much now, but once everything is together, I promise you it's the best thing under the sun. Nicely coated like that. Oh, a couple are falling out. Okay, now I'm going to be adding in all my spices: the dhania powder, turmeric, the chili powder, the salt, and the jeera. Everything in. And I'm going to let this sit for a bit. There isn't going to be much water coming out of these mangoes as we have dried them in the sun. Just going to keep on turning them so that everything is nicely coated with our spices and pickle masala. Nicely coated now. Let's just get back to our syrup. Okay, I can hear our syrup bubbling down here. Just going to give it a quick stir. Make sure everything is coming together. Okay, it's not holding at the bottom. It's not too thick. It's a little bit weak. It's going to go on for a few minutes more. Now while this is going on, I'm going to put the oil to heat to braise our mango pickle. Okay guys, I think our syrup is almost done. As you can see, it's nice and thick. It's not too weak. Okay, if you find that your syrup has gone a bit thick, it's fine, not a train smash. All you have to do is add in a bit more vinegar and a little bit more icing sugar. It will even it out and it'll become thin again. Okay, I'm just using a guideline of sugar of 1 cup, but if you feel that it's a bit too less, you can add more. Now we're going to go to our oil. It seems to be hot. Let's braise our mango pickle. In my pot, I'm going to be adding in my cinnamon stick, the peppercorns. Okay, make sure your oil is hot enough so it fries. And then the neti seeds. It's basically everything going in all at once. So the oil is nice and hot. Then goes in our garlic. And then our green chili. And lastly the curry leaves. As you can see, it's frying up nicely. I'm going to switch off the flame now and I'm going to let this cool down. Once the oil, our braising oil, has cooled down, as well as our syrup, we're going to mix this into our mangoes. Now that our syrup and oil have time to cool down, we're going to be pouring our syrup into our oil. Okay. And I'm going to give this a good stir so that the oil and the syrup mix. Okay. It's not hot. It's not too cold. It's in between. The reason why we're not using hot oil and syrup into our mixture is because, remember, we want it to be crunchy. So if we're going to put our hot oil over the mango, it's going to get soft, which we don't want. I'm going to give this a good stir. Give it a good mix. Okay, almost there now. Okay, let's go. Okay, you can see everything is nicely mixed, incorporated. Now I'm going to empty this into a bucket or a container. As you can see, the extra gravy, it smells wonderful in here. The masala is divine. That's going to go into a bucket and I'm going to put it into a fridge for a week. And every day for that week I'm going to be turning it so that everything is still coated and juicy. And then after a week you can sit back and enjoy your sweet and tangy mango pickle. There it is, guys, our nicely soaked sweet and tangy mango pickle. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye.